Hello, YouTube community. This is Dr. Deborah Vereen. Welcome to the Ignite Family Engagement channel. Those of you who have been following me on this channel and reading the content that I post on my blog know that I am a family engagement influencer who focuses on igniting family engagement in education. Well, the more I spend on the topic of family engagement in education, the more I realize just how broad the area really is. And because of that, I'm going to share something a little bit different today. I'm going to share one of my favorite recipes. The reason I'm doing that is quite simple. Family engagement also includes the things that we do as parents to unite our families, things that we do to bring our families together. There's nothing greater than enjoying a meal together, or even before the meal, preparing the meal together. That brings the closeness of the family as it should be, and it strengthens the bond of each family member. Let me talk a little bit about myself. Before I became a family engagement influencer, I was a building principal and a district level administrator. And even before that, I was a family and consumer sciences teacher. Back then, when I started that career path, it was called a home economics teacher. I always had the goal of being a host of a cooking show. Well, that didn't materialize. My career took a totally different path. However, I've always enjoyed sharing recipes with others. So I'd like to share a recipe with you today that will help, again, strengthen your family unit. The recipe that I'm going to share is spaghetti pie, and it's one of my daughter's favorite dishes. So let's get started with the recipe. Spaghetti pie is very, very easy to prepare. It's a matter of taking pasta and boiling it until it's well done. It reaches the al dente stage. What I like to do is to break my pasta into small pieces, because that makes it very easy to manage and to place in the pie pan that we'll need for the recipe. In addition to preparing the pasta, you need to add ingredients like shredded Parmesan cheese to your pasta mix, an egg, butter, Italian seasonings. And I did just that. So what I'd like to do is to begin adding the prepared pasta mix to the pan. You can see I have a lot of pasta in this bowl. The reason is I'm planning on preparing several spaghetti pies that I can place in the freezer. And when my daughter or I am ready to eat the spaghetti pie, all we have to do is bake it. Now you could see what I'm doing with my measuring cup is using it to form the spaghetti pie. The pasta actually serves as the crust of the pie. And because I added egg to the recipe and also some Parmesan cheese, it will bind the noodles together so that you will actually have a crust. Okay, next I have prepared spaghetti sauce. You'll notice as I begin spooning the spaghetti sauce in, I have chunks of vegetables. I have lots of tomato in this particular recipe. And let me say, while I am spreading the spaghetti sauce, this is a meat sauce. I use beef. Sometimes I use sausage. But in this case, I use beef. When I make my spaghetti sauce, I typically make about 12 quarts. and I like to freeze my spaghetti sauce. I like to go to the dollar store and buy very inexpensive containers like this. These make very good storage containers for the freezer. The next thing, oh, and let me talk to you a little bit about my sauce. My sauce is on the sweeter side. In addition to adding red cooking wine to my pasta sauce, I like to add a little sweetness, sometimes a little brown sugar, sometimes ketchup, and surprisingly, grape jelly are the items that I refer to as my secret ingredients that will make my sauce taste very, very unique. The next thing that we want to add now is our shredded cheese. And you could see I did not take the sauce to the very edge of our pasta. The reason is I wanted to simulate an actual pie. So this is Italian cheese. It's a combination of mozzarella, Parmesan, Romano, provolone. You could easily add additional items to your spaghetti pie. You can add chunks of vegetables. You could add maybe pepperoni or pieces of sausage to make your spaghetti pie unique. So this is what your spaghetti pie looks like. You bake this in the oven for about 15 minutes at 350 degrees. And when your spaghetti pie is finished, it ends up looking like this. Now, my daughter and I have been eating some of the spaghetti pie, but I'll cut a slice for you to see. This is a perfect recipe for children to eat as a snack, especially with summer. You may want to look for recipes that your children can enjoy. And you could see it cuts very nicely. This would be perfect with fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, and it's also great for taking in your lunch when you go to work. Just add a side salad with it, and it's very, very delicious. If you prefer a white sauce, such as an Alfredo sauce, you can make this recipe so that it's a chicken Alfredo spaghetti pie. So there's a lot of variations with this pie. One of the things that I want to add is that it is very, very easy to prepare several of these pies and wrap them securely with foil or saran wrap and freeze them. When you're ready to pull these out, you simply place them in a warm oven, maybe 200 degrees. And again, after about 15 minutes, you want to cook as I mentioned. You want to bake as I mentioned. And it's very, very delicious. So creating spaghetti pie as a family is a wonderful way to bring your family together. And sitting down eating a meal such as this is a wonderful way of solidifying the love that you have for one another as a family. So thank you very much for allowing me to share one of my favorite recipes with you on our Ignite Family Engagement channel. And I hope that you will be able to create your own recipe of spaghetti pie. I will post the recipe for you in the description section of the video. Also, please be sure to share this the video with others, like the channel, and above all, subscribe. I will be sharing other recipes in the future, and I hope that you'll join me at that time. So thank you again for watching. Goodbye for now.